y'all, but it just popped up, so I'm gonna add y'all on in here. So my YouTube fam is in here as well. I did your workout from yesterday, and baby, these guns are sore in the best way. I'm surprised my arms aren't sore, considering that I did go up in weight, and I feel like I did more reps. I'm surprised that y'all this hair. You know what? It's Tuesday. I told y'all Tuesdays don't care. It don't matter. Look like you want to. Come as you are on Tuesdays, okay? But let me move y'all slightly over. Like that, like that. Okay. So today's 12,000 steps. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We'll see if my watch is acting right. If my watch isn't acting right, send some heat this way. If my watch isn't acting right, I'm gonna walk for a certain amount of time versus distance. But it looks like it's gonna start, but you never know when it's gonna cut off either. So my new watch hasn't come in yet. I got my New Balance shoes on. Y'all know I like wearing my New Balance over KLs. I think it's funny how you go on YouTube. All right, so I'm starting at 2.2 miles per hour. Most of y'all already know how this works. I'm gonna do 2.2 miles per hour just for a little bit to get my body nice and warm. Remember, if you're starting to do a workout or anything, you always gotta warm up, get that blood flow going, especially when it's in the morning. So once I get warmed up, I'll take this jacket off. I got myself the Apple Watch for Christmas. Okay, go you. I mean, I guess I bought myself the Apple Watch for Christmas too. Or maybe it was a birthday present, however I want to look at it. But I got myself one as well. So hopefully it'll be here. I think it won't be here till next week though. I don't know why I ordered it online, knowing that shipping will probably be a problem. But, okay, I'm at 2.5 miles per hour. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I did stay up watching the game. This morning it was kind of hard getting up. I didn't really want to get up this morning, but y'all keep me accountable. So we pushing through 12,000 steps. I got some good topics for y'all today. Y'all gave me some good ones to focus on for today. So every 10 minutes, I'm gonna try to let y'all know where I sit with my steps. Hey, Legacy. Y'all know I'm using my Apple Watch to calculate the steps. So every 10 minutes, I'll check in with y'all, let y'all know where I'm at with my steps. Yeah, no, my arms aren't, and I did 2, so I did 7 rounds total, and my arm's not sore. I don't understand. Once I hit 5 minutes, I'll take my jacket off. But yeah, my arms are not sore from that workout, but it definitely was a good one. It definitely was a good one. My back might creep up on me. And maybe as I get moving today, maybe I'll feel some soreness. I feel like my traps tend to get sore. So maybe not. I'm trying to wait till I take this jacket off to get going with talking, so that way I'm not interrupted. 12,000 steps. I know people are going to ask me throughout the chat. Let's see. I think 12,000 steps will take me maybe like an hour. I'm going to go with an hour 40. So I'm slowly increasing my speed just so my legs get used to it. Normally, I walk at 3.8 miles per hour. That's the fastest this walking pad goes. So I normally walk at that pace. 3.8 is about the fastest you can walk before you're going to need to start jogging to a degree. So 12,000 steps it is for today. I think, how many steps we did last time? Was it 10? Did I even walk with y'all again after we did the 15? I can't remember, y'all. Hey, Cynthia. Are you an Olympic track athlete? No. That used to be a dream of mine. I used to want to be a track athlete. I walk at 4 miles per hour. Yeah, you can, like, once you get to 4 miles per hour, I feel like you're really speed walking. It's almost like that little, like, you got to make sure you, yeah. But I can still walk at 4 miles per hour as well. But I think most people need to start jogging or getting close to it. Track and field is my favorite sport though. But no, I'm not. Good morning. Good morning, Dominique. So, all right, y'all, I got about 40 seconds. I'm gonna take this jacket off. Well, you giving those vibes. I don't, okay. Well, I appreciate that. I think that's a compliment. I always like when you can tell what sport someone used to do. That's always a compliment to me. So if you can tell I used to run track or play basketball, I'm like, I'm doing good. My short, wide gait. My short legs are jogging. You control the treadmill. Don't let it control you, or the walking pad. I've learned that I can make any speed look slower than what it really is. And it's really just, because you know when you run, both your feet at one point do come off the walking, or not even the walking pad, the treadmill. So really it's just depends on your stride. But yeah, for walking, it does depend on your gait. So all right, y'all. We're about to get into it. I'm now at 5.5 minutes. So let me go ahead and take this jacket off. I'm now warmed up, so I'm going to increase my speed. I had to make sure my body was good and loose beforehand. So now I'm at 3.4, and I'll increase it shortly here. Can you say my name? You're funny. Just to see me? Well, I appreciate it. Am I the only fighting soreness this morning? I think somebody else mentioned they were sore as well, Cynthia. Surprisingly, yeah, I don't know why I'm not sore. I definitely thought my delts were going to hurt a little more. But y'all know I work delts a lot with my workouts. So maybe that's why I got lucky. So, all right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and hit our first topic. Once again, every 10 minutes, I'll check in with y'all and let y'all know where I sit. My goal is to finish 12,000 steps. So you're not sore either, Kay Ellis? My goal is to hit 12,000 steps in like an hour 40. No more than an hour 45. But I think I can do it. I feel like I haven't walked in a minute, so I'm kind of losing my sense of time. They're looking bulletproof. Nah, you're funny. All you can see really are obliques right now. So first topic, I'm gonna go in order. I didn't feel like bringing my board down here. No, I'm not bringing my board in front of me. It's over there. Had to use this 20/20 vision. So the first topic, we said recovery. Everybody really want to focus on the importance of recovery. So I'm just gonna go over kind of the basics first, because I really feel like if we can't even get the basics together, there's no reason for me to make it complex and say all these things that you could do, should do, and you can't even do the bare minimum. Okay? The first one, you already know, I talk about water a lot. And I told y'all water has so many functions for us. So it's not all about just keeping us naturally hydrated, but it also just does so much for your body in general. I think a lot of people just focus on like chapped lips or skin. But remember, your everything in your body needs that. So especially your muscle when it comes to recovery. So that's another reason why drinking water is important. Remember, our joints and our ligaments need it. It's almost like with the Tin Man. You know, you got to put that oil in there so he doesn't, creak. That's what your joints feel too. And so the water, drinking water for us is our internal lubricant, right? So that's what's gonna help us with our joints and ligaments. It's good for brain function. It's good for our blood, our tissue, muscle. So we need to make sure we're drinking water. So even if you feel like you're drinking a whole bunch of water, but you're very active, just know your body needs it. So that it's soaking it up, But you want to make sure you're drinking it throughout the day. A lot of people don't drink enough water. They think when they drink 2 16-ounce bottles of water. Like, girl, I've been doing good. I've been drinking water. If only you knew. Remember, you want to get about 67% of your body weight. There is no one size fits all. So that whole drink 1 gallon, y'all know I don't believe in that. You need to accommodate what works for you. Oddly enough, I feel like my body, I have to drink way more water. It is just me learning how my body works. But they got different brands of that. Jordan don't taste good. There are different brands of water, but you just gotta find the one you like, I guess. I do better drinking it when tracking it on the app. I did notice that you were tracking it on the app, Tina, and I was gonna shout you out because I was like, go Tina. I did see where you had your amount in there. So I don't know if Shireen is in here, but I know you mentioned tracking. I think everything you listed in the message to me, you can track every single thing in my app. So you can literally have everything in this one app. So measurements, your water, your food intake, your steps, everything. So I don't really want to harp on water too much because I can definitely go way more into that. But I feel like if you've been following me long enough, you already know. I talked about that so many times. Y'all know sleep. I'm just sleepwalking. Well, good morning, good morning. I still have to take my measurements. The other one is sleep. Y'all know sleep is one of the top key ways to recover. You know, it's just like when your kids go to sleep, you can finally get some work done, right? So think of it like that. Your body kind of sees it as, thank you. Now that you're laying down, I can do my job. I can recover. I don't have to focus on other things you're trying to have me do. So now I can focus on my job. Remember, everything in your body has its own job and function that it's supposed to provide for you. Good morning, good morning. Okay, YouTube, y'all coming through? Creatine is not part of my actual recovery plan. I think creatine is something that I wouldn't mind looking into using, but it's not something that I use right now. I have a lot of different supplements that I already take, and we'll go into that a little later with the supplements that I think you should have just to maintain your body as it is and not so much for workout purposes. But creatine, while you're mentioning it, is a good way to also recover. But I did talk about creatine some weeks back, and I do feel like there are some cons. I mean, just like anything else, there's cons to everything, right? There's even cons to drinking too much water. You can overload your body. You can even drown from drinking too much water. But you have to really overdo it, right? So, all right, y'all, let me do my check really fast to make sure I'm on task. So right now I'm at 13,500 steps. So I'm actually ahead of pace. So normally every 10 minutes you can hit about 1,000 steps. I'm definitely not gonna drown drinking too much water. Those are very rare cases, right? Different workouts, different days. Thank you, Kurt, for showing some love. I appreciate it. Yeah, when it comes to sleep, y'all already know 7 to 8 hours is what's recommended. But also, like everything else, y'all, you have to go based off what your body needs. I don't think anything less is necessarily good. So let me pause real quick, y'all, tell y'all something. So I've been having issues with my lungs. Y'all already know I deal with stage 4 endometriosis. It affects my lung, livers, bladder, test, y'all know. I'm not going to do that whole rundown. But recently, I started finding that I have shortness of breath. I walk 2 miles a day, but it still doesn't show I'm hitting 10,000 steps. Should I increase it? So to hit 10,000 steps, you would need to be close to like 5 miles. So 5 miles roughly is 10,000 steps. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you have to be closer to 5 miles. So I just found myself a little bit shortness of breath right now. So if y'all found me taking a pause for a minute, that's all. I'm trying to gather what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on, but do I want to share it right now? No. But yeah. So I don't know if it's the weather that's kicking things up for me. I have been inflamed, and when it comes to, and I also have fluid. So I have nodules on my lungs. Y'all can Google that. Nodules, and I also have fluid. Fluid can come from, most people tend to think pneumonia right at the bat, because that's what most people connect when it comes to your lungs and fluid. They immediately say pneumonia. Pneumonia is more so an infection, and that infection causes inflammation, so therefore fluid to build. For me, it's because of my endometriosis causes inflammation, which therefore causes fluid. Yes, you're right. Okay. So to me, it depends on your arm swinging, especially if you're using your Apple Watch to determine the steps. Thank you, Kay Ellis. So yeah, we talked about recovery. We talked about drinking water. We talked about getting sleep. I think sleep is probably the hardest part for people. If you're like me, my brain doesn't shut off. So I have to either go to sleep as soon as my body's ready to go to sleep, or it's a wrap. I have to take some melatonin, or I have to take something to try to go to sleep. And so I feel like a lot of people deal with that. If you have kids, if you're anxious about something, or if you're just dealing with anything, if you're having a hard time shutting that brain off, we worked hard yesterday. We did. Had to take a pause, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm having brain fog too, I realized. I just smiled. You know it's bad when something you're passionate about. So me being very passionate with health and fitness, and I can't even think right now. Yeah. So I will get it together. We'll get it together. Stretching. Let's go to stretching. So we talked about water. We talked about going to sleep. I think those are all things, like everything I'm going to name, you already know. Everything we talk about every day, most of you already know. When it comes to maybe some of the hormone stuff, you don't know. But as far as what it takes to really get your body where it needs to be when it comes to nutrition and working out and recovery, a lot of you know it, but I think the real question you're trying to ask is not what is it that I need to do, but how do I accomplish it, right? So we're drinking more water. The only thing I'd suggest is making it fun for you. I'm on a walking pad, so it's a little smaller than a treadmill. Merry Christmas to you as well. Happy holidays. But I'm on a walking pad. It's much smaller. When it comes to drinking water, I think you have to maybe make it fun. Maybe find a bottle. I know they have all these different, technology is crazy these days. They have all these different bottles you can use that help count your water intake. There's different apps that kind of make it fun for you. Yeah, it's in my showcase. If somebody's looking for the walking pad I'm on, it's in my showcase, in my bio. Is it reasonable and easy to carry? Yes. So normally I keep this underneath my bed. I used to, but now I keep it against the wall, and I can move it. It's very easy just to lift. I can't remember how much weight it said it was, but yeah, for me, I do think it is easy to carry. My sister doesn't live too far from me, and she's even come over here and walked it back to her place so she could use it. So, for sleep, that's just something that you're gonna have to be good at setting a time frame for yourself. I've learned that if I get in the bed but I still have the TV on, I'm probably not going to sleep anytime soon, especially if I'm watching a crime show. I love me a good crime show. And I need to solve the case, okay? I gotta solve the case with the detectives, so I can't go to sleep. Yeah, I definitely don't get enough sleep. So after a while, I've learned I have to turn the TV off. Even if I'm not tired, but if I know time is passing by, I can't doom scroll on social media. I have to turn my TV off, and eventually my body will drift off to sleep. Hold on, y'all, my shoelace. Sorry, that thing just kept rattling. It kept hitting my walking pad, and that was gonna irritate me. So yeah, I just have to turn the TV off, and eventually I'll drift off. The next thing is stretching. Stretching, I tell y'all that I always talk about how important it is to do before and after you work out, but I also find it's something that you can do just throughout the day. The older you get, it's definitely important. A lot of us tend to start having issues with our sciatica. And so I realized when I started having issues in that area, the minute I started stretching more, y'all who've been with me for a good little minute, I think my YouTube family, the weight of the walking pad, probably no more. Yeah, it's probably somewhere in there, Ellis. I can't remember the weight of it. If y'all go to, well, my YouTube family's not on there, but if somebody goes to the showcase, it might show the weight of the walking pad on there, or maybe I can look it up later. But stretching is something that you need to make sure you're doing. I know a lot of us, when we feel like when we were younger, we could just go, and I used to do that myself. I could go to the track and I would just start running. But I did start noticing a difference in my times when I did start stretching beforehand. Because normally, like that first lap, I would just say, oh, I'm going to use this first lap to warm my body up. But then I realized when I actually stretch, I don't have to necessarily use that first lap, and I'm already a little faster, and my calves aren't tightening up. So stretching is a must for me. Even if you're not going to work out, stretching is something you can do. It's good for recovery. I told y'all the best way I think of it is like you have this straight piece of paper before you work out, and like imagine a piece of paper is your muscle, and then when you work out, you crumple it up because you're breaking that muscle down. So now you're crumpling that paper up, and so the goal is as we rebuild that muscle, the paper is bigger but straighter, right? It's back to how we kind of wanted it, but bigger once we have recovered. So we got to help aid in that recovery by stretching. And as we start stretching, we're helping that paper unball, right? We're helping it. So stretching is like that first line after you work out of helping your body recover. But you don't always have to work out for it to be the reason why you're stretching. Like I was saying, when y'all, those of you who are with me, oh yeah, I felt a little soreness right here in my bicep. Those of you who were with me some months ago, I was having issues with my back to where I was talking about how it was hard for me to walk in the grocery store. I thought I was going to go see somebody about my back. But I started stretching. It took some time, but I started stretching, and baby, I started feeling better. I was like, wow. I still have to make some updated stretching videos. I haven't stretched in a while, like as far as on here. You're funny. It did, though. It did. So somebody on my YouTube is trying to roast, and baby, they don't know how saved I am. Y'all didn't have to remove the comment. My mods on YouTube, boy, they removed some comments. Whew. So y'all know I'm a Southern girl. I can get back with the good ones. I can get with the best of them, y'all. So I'm trying to think. I have one more recovery, but when it comes to stretching, I just recommend doing that Um, while you're watching TV. Just do it while you're watching TV. I think that's a good thing to do. 3,000 is my goal. I need all my... What are you even talking about? Your goal for what? Oh yeah, I gotta check in with y'all. It's been 24 minutes. I'm at 26. I think it's like 2630 something steps. So it's a little over 2,600 steps. Whew. I think today's gonna take me about an hour 40. So we're gonna see. Let me see if I do the math in my head. The math in my head should say that it would take me 2 hours to do it, right? If I say give or take, it takes like 1,000 steps every 10 minutes. But I think I'm always like plus, I'm a little over the steps, walking at 3.8 miles per hour. So that's why I think I'm gonna finish ahead of time. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm only going for 12,000 steps. 12,000 steps. Thank you, Kay Ellis. Whew. I'm feeling good, y'all. I'm feeling good. I was trying to think of what other recovery tip I have for y'all. I don't know why I'm having a, like I said, my brain is not working. This is why I should have probably wrote it down. I mean, of course, nutrition is a form of recovery. If you're giving your body what it needs, that'll help it recover. How long does it take you to hit? Yeah, 12K steps, yeah, 145, 140. So, let me see what I missed. Oh yeah, of course, rest days are important. So I think a lot of people tend to think they need to work out every single day. I think if you're a beginner, working out at least 3 times a day, remember your body recovers in rest. So even though when we work out, we're breaking down our muscles, it's not until we give that area some rest that it's actually able to rebuild. So I'll hit that. So I was going to talk about magnesium, but that one helps. I'll just answer the question. That one helps with sleep, Cynthia. I was gonna go to that when we talk about supplements. I was looking at my board. And I'm like, we talk about supplements in a minute. But yeah, that one in particular helps with sleep. It helps calm you down. So yeah. So you can take, most people like to use that to go to sleep. I think when I talked about melatonin, people always mention that, Cynthia. Because there's so many different magnesiums you can take. But yeah, that was good for calming you down. A good sleep aid. So, but yeah, your rest days are when your body is actually recovering and building. So that's why I don't really recommend doing full body days. I think it's better to break your week up. Because when you hit full body, you're not, every time you go in there, you're hitting a muscle group you probably already hit. So that's why I break my arms days on Monday, low impact today, leg days tomorrow, y'all. So, and then I'll post an ab video for my subscribers and super fans on Thursday, and then Friday's full body. Foam rolling is also good. I don't know if I've ever seen people foam roll, but that's good to use. I more so see a lot of athletes use it, more so than I do lifestyle people. But it is a good way to get down to that tissue. It helps improve blood flow and muscle tightness. My thing is I have to make sure I stop drinking water at a certain time. Otherwise I end up waking up in the middle of the night. Do you use saunas or ice baths? Yep, those are also good for recovery as well, especially muscle recovery. And I like using saunas. Those are also good ways to detox. Ice, so if you do cold plunge, that can help reduce inflammation. So cold helps with inflammation, heat helps relax muscle. So I love a good sauna. I think that's one of the main things I ask a gym anytime I want to go use one, or if I was to sign up for one, that's one thing I would ask for. There's a gym, the one I did my leg day workout. I love that gym. They have like a recovery room. So, whew. Also, y'all know for recovery, we talked about our mental. I talked to y'all a lot about, your mental and, your mind and body connects. So you also got to make sure, sometimes you can do meditation, you can do yoga, but you want to make sure you're also resting your mind and letting it recover, right? If your mind is stressed, normally your body is stressed. So there's so many different ways you can recover. You just got to find that balance to make each one happen. I just hit 30 minutes, y'all. Let's see where I'm at with my walking pad. My watch says 30 minutes. My walking pad may be a little further. I'm at 3.8 miles per hour. So I should be over 3,000 steps. I'm at 33:17. So I'm over that mark. So right now I'm like 300 steps ahead of schedule. Do you get gassy when you eat beans? Well, beans are what can cause you to be gassy and bloat. I think it also depends on how much. It is fiber. So, beans, they're good for your heart. So let's talk about nutrition. Nutrition for the holidays. If you have any more questions with recovery, please just ask directly. Do you keep a daily step count goal? No, I don't. I do have this app that I keep telling y'all about, and I always forget to give y'all the code for it. But I do have an app. I forgot the name of it. But basically it gives you points for walking. And then you can get like coins if you reach a certain amount of steps. Like it gives you like a daily step goal to try to hit. And if you hit that, you get points and you get coins. And the more coins you get, eventually you can turn those coins into like gift cards. Like you can trade in your coins for gift cards. And it's actually legit. I have used it. I think probably how they make their money is like most things from ads. And you can buy things on there. I ain't gonna lie, nutrition this holiday is out the window. I missed last year. I was cutting down bulking. No, that's not the name of the app, but I'll look into that one. That's another one. You can never have too many walking apps. So it's funny because my sister and I were talking about this yesterday. We were talking about what food should we have. Y'all, I'm making the macaroni and cheese. Yeah. Pray for me. But anyway, we were talking about the different foods we want to have because we're coming up with the menu. And so we broke it down based off of protein. I guess you could say carbs, but we just put sides and then dessert, right? And so as we were going down the list, I was like, we really need all this food? Like, how much we really plan on eating? Whereas most people don't even think about stuff like that, right? Most people probably don't even break it down based on protein, carbs. They probably just like name out the things that they want. But for me, for some reason, it's funny because this person, I can't even see your name, but mentioned they were cutting and now they're trying to bulk, so they're going to go all in. And I think that's how my sister kind of feels because she's a bodybuilder. And so at one point, she couldn't eat a lot of the food. And now she wants to enjoy it. So we are going to make the best of it. One big plate of a lot of everything. I hear that. I definitely do plan on enjoying. That's what I want you to do. Nutrition for the holidays, just like anything else, especially here in the States, we surround everything with food, right? Everything is food related. We go on a date, it's food there. You go to someone's house, they got snacks there. It's just like food always has to be involved. When it comes to holidays, I feel like that's everybody's like, they feel like it's a break from from needing to be healthy or needing to eat right. It's I can eat however much I want to. This is the day I can do it. So, what I will say is, I know I'm realistic. I do believe in eating and kind of having a good time on these special occasions because I believe in building memories, having fun with family and friends. I don't want you having to overthink, did I eat too much? Especially if you don't eat like that on the regular. I do want you to have fun for the holidays. But I kind of want you to still be mindful if you can. Especially because after a while, I feel like we just eat because it's there. Right? We're not eating necessarily because we're hungry. It's like when you see the food just sitting in the kitchen, we tend to just go up and like just grab, you kind of like just snacking after a while. You're no longer really doing big plates or plates in general. Just kind of going to grab a few items. So, give your body time to digest, okay? If you got to put a hideaway plate somewhere, please do that. Make you another plate, hide it somewhere, so you don't feel like you have to rush to eat. And, a lot of people tend to feel like they got to hurry up before all the food's gone. But for one, that's going to lead you to get bloated over the holidays. So be mindful of that. Make sure you're moving around. I know there's going to be a lot of football on. And the first thing we're going to want to do is grab a plate, go sit in front of the TV. So make sure you're moving around, and not to get seconds, but you're moving around in general to help your body digest. Take your time while eating. But I think the biggest thing is giving space between plates. And also maybe even standing up while watching the game. Stand up. Just get some movement going. You don't have to stand up for, that long. But you don't want to just eat and sit. And then you don't want to get that bloated feeling. Just think that bloated feeling, in my eyes, is how I view it. It's almost like working at a factory and you got so much stuff on the conveyor belt that now it's like clogged up and it's having a hard time moving through. And think of that as being like your digestive system. Do you do 12,000 steps a day? No. Only on Tuesdays I try to do my walking days. So Tuesdays and Fridays are like my cardio days. One day of just obesity, and I'll be doing exactly what you're doing the next morning. I get it. One day definitely would not destroy all your hard work, but I definitely don't want to put a dent in my hard work either. But I am going to eat good. I'm just not going to overdo it. So you can still eat the food you love, but you don't have to overeat it. Okay? But for you, I get it. It seems like you kind of know how to do this. So for people who already understand the lifestyle of fitness and kind of know how to balance the working out and nutrition, I say do what you do. If you're more of a lifestyle person like me and you want to make sure you can balance, don't overindulge because you don't want to go back to habits that you're trying to break. Okay? That one day for somebody who's not used to being consistent, that one day can break you. Or if you eat too much, it can discourage you, right? If you eat too much during the holidays and you just started your workout journey or you're about to start, it can discourage you to say, you know what? What's the point? Thank you, I appreciate that. So I don't want you to get discouraged because you overeat. And I don't like that stuff feeling. That is the worst feeling to me. The worst feeling to me. It doesn't feel good. Now my body's overloaded. It's having a hard time. Thank you, Kay Ellis. Sorry, y'all, missing some of the questions y'all are asking me. So I'm not trying to ignore anybody, but if I miss a question, please just throw it back in there. So I'm trying to think, are there any questions y'all have when it comes to holiday eating in particular that I can answer. Very easy to get back into comfort, bad habits. Yeah, it's definitely easy to get back into those bad habits because bad habits are, that's the easy way, right? It's the path of least resistance. All right. Being lazy is easy. So, good morning, happy Tuesday. So if I have any questions before I change topics, let me know. So any questions about nutrition over the holidays? Nutrition over the holidays. Let me know. And then I'm going to go to the next topic. We got about 30 seconds. Every 10 minutes, I try to move on to something else, depending on how much we're really talking about it. Asking for my heart rate. My heart rate now is in the 130s. Thank you, Sports Fanatic. I appreciate it. So I got to give me grace right now. My lungs are overworking. You motivate me in the gym. Thank you. What did I say? Hi, do you know about creatine? That's something I need to take walking. So creatine is not bad to take. It has a lot of pros to it. Okay, just my thought on creatine. Creatine to me is people who are really into the gym and who really are working out. Creatine, just like anything else, something that you have to work with. You can't just take it and it's like, Jesus take the wheel type of energy. Like, it's not just going to start doing the work for you. You still got to go to the gym. You still got to do all these. I feel like it's more like for athletes or for people who are really in the gym. That's like taking a pre-workout and sitting down, in my opinion, right? If you're going to take a pre-workout, the whole point of the pre-workout is to get you moving and get you grooving. The pre-workout, so that's how I think creatine in my mind is for those who are actively working out. So, not Jesus take the wheel. That's just what I feel like people think. People think a lot of things they take is like, I'm just going to consume this and then I'm not going to do the work for it. Not saying that the person who asked me that question is saying that, but that's just my thought. Yeah, I know I got to keep moving this arm. So let me see what just pops up when it says creatine. Because I've talked about this before. It provides energy to muscle, protein. That's not what I put in. So yeah, it supplies energy to your muscles and may also promote brain health. Many people take creatine supplements to increase strength, improve performance, and help keep their mind sharp. So that's why I put it on the same level as like a pre-workout. It has different benefits, of course. Like, I'm not saying that they're the same function, but what I'm saying is you still have to do the work. So creatine, if you're not doing like some real lifting, some real strength training, to me more so creatine is for strength training. If you're doing a lot of strength training, if you're doing cardio, I don't really see, because it's more so to me for your muscles. How bad is to do the same exercise every day? Yeah, you don't want to do the same exercise every day because you're not giving your body time to recover from it. If you're trying to, let's say, build your quads and every day you go to the gym and you do leg extensions or whatever, okay? If you keep doing that, when are you giving your body time to recover? Think of it like this. Anybody who works in the corporate world, imagine how much work you're able to get done if you have meetings all day, right? If I sit in meetings all day, when do I have time to go back to my office and do the work, right? Just imagine the work, when you go to the gym, that's you being in a meeting with your body. You're in the meeting, but when you rest, imagine that being when you're in your office, you can finally get some work done. Anybody who's been in corporate or had to go to a lot of meetings, I know when I was in the military, I used to go to meeting after meeting after meeting. I'm like, baby, so when am I gonna get the work done? So that's how your body feels. The gym is the meeting. When you're out in the gym, that's time for your body to get the work done. Rest, yep, is better results. For sure. So, I'm at 44 minutes, y'all. Let me check where I'm at. So I should be over 44. My watch always got to catch up. So I'm at 48:19 right now. So let's see. Yeah. I'm ahead of schedule right now. We're moving and grooving. So the next thing, the next topic, is it good to walk every day? I mean, you can. I mean, I wouldn't do it every day. I still believe you need at least one rest day. At least take Sunday off, or a day that works best for you. Your body still needs to recover. Walking is a low impact. Gym equals release corporate frustration. Why you think so many have gyms on site, right? And also it helps with the medical insurance. For a lot of companies, they offer gym. But anyway, so even from walking, you want to do, it's low impact, but it's still an impact on your body, right? So I just wouldn't want to walk every single day. Your body needs some form of rest. Taking the dog for a walk to me is not a form of walking, and you know what I'm saying, like real walking. Taking the dog for a walk is very leisure. You're stopping every couple of minutes so they can use the bathroom or sniff the grass. So you can do that just fine. What I'm talking about is more so like how I'm doing, or walking for a certain amount of miles. I wouldn't want to do that every single day. It's low impact, but it's still impact. But there's nothing wrong with walking, but yeah, you still want to give your body some form of a break. I feel like after a while, you'll start to burn out a little bit over time. I think I told y'all I was walking Monday through Friday, and my body started getting tired from that. I did that for like a month. My YouTube family remembers back in like February, March, Monday through Friday, I got on and walked. And after a while, my body started tiring out. I was like, the walks got slower and slower. All right, y'all. Whew. We're gonna move to our next topic. So I forgot who asked me this one. It might have been Tina. So carbs, why do we need them? So I'm at 3.8 miles per hour. So I talked to y'all about our macros, and y'all know carbs in that family. So we got complex carbs, healthy fats, and our protein, right? Yep, that was you. So carbs. I think there was like a fad, like a trend or something like that, where a lot of people were trying to remove carbs from their diet because that's what people were saying you need to do in order to lose weight. But then also you have to understand there's a difference between like your simple carbs and your complex carbs, right? So like the white breads, the pastries, things like that. Those are things that those are things you do want to pull away if you're trying to lose weight. But your complex carbs, your body needs carbs. Let's go into it. So, carbs, they're your first line energy source, okay? First line energy source, meaning this is what your body depends on for energy, right? It helps with brain function as well. Even though I tend to talk about, when I mention fat, I talk about that as brain function. But remember, healthy fats are a second line energy source. Carbs are your first line energy source. It's a crucial part of, even think about when I talk about leg days, right? I'm like, make sure you get your carbs in. Your pasta is going to help you with energy. Listen to this woman. She is talking. Okay, look at you trying to get on my good side. But carbs are your first line energy source. It's almost like trying to use a substitute for gas. Y'all know I like to use cars as a reference. So it's almost like trying to use a substitute when it's like the best quality for you, for your car, especially if it's, you know, takes gas. I'm not talking about like an electric car or anything like that. You know, it needs a certain type of gas. Your body needs complex carbs because it's crucial for energy. So it's the primary fuel for your brain as well. So remember I told you, healthy fats also helps with your brain function, but that's secondary. Carbs is your primary function. So if you're not eating carbs, you might realize you're sluggish. You don't have the energy. People tend to eat the wrong carbs. Going to McDonald's, those type of carbs, we talk about getting out of your regimen, okay? Your body uses the carbs to grow muscle as well, especially if you're trying to put on size. Yes. So that's what you hear a lot of times when people are trying to bulk. They increase their protein. They increase their portions in general. So their macros are just in higher increments. I'll say that. So carbs are definitely something that you need. I don't know when this whole take carbs out your diet started. I feel like I've heard that for a very long time now. But remember, there's so many different types of carbs. So don't try to put the good ones with the bad ones, okay? Trying to think if I'm missing anything. So you gotta think it's like quinoa, brown rice, like your whole grain, stuff like that. Probably the stuff that y'all don't put in y'all grocery cart. It's stuff that you need. So the simple, so anything refined is normally what you want to take out. So that simple refined carb is what more so you need to make sure you're taking out your diet. Okay, so if you want to take out carbs, take out the simple. So that's going to be like your sugars, your white breads, certain pastas, your sugary drinks, your simple carbs. Your body digests those a lot faster. That causes your blood levels to increase or spike. All right? So, and that's when you start having issues with your blood sugar. Okay? Remember, we want everything to kind of move at a slow pace, the one that keeps you feeling fuller longer. Remember, we don't want to overload our intestines, our digestive system. So, remember, complex carb versus simple refined carbs. There's two different types. So if you're trying to take carbs out, take those simple ones out. Trust me, you'll know which ones are right, which ones are wrong. You know automatically. We all have that discernment when it comes to food. We got that intuition. We know. You know. I've got a question. How much cardio should I be doing a week at a bulking stage though? So not a lot of cardio. A lot of bodybuilders that I know who are like, and for one, you want to go at a slow pace. It's so funny when I go to the gym and I see these bigger guys, and yeah, I say that like I go to the gym often. The 2 times I've gone to the gym this year, when I see like the bigger guys, when they get on any type of cardio equipment, they're going so slow. I recommend probably doing like maybe once or twice a week, if that. Maybe get you one good workout session, but move at a slow pace. Like I'll even go slower than what I'm doing. I think Buddy was maybe walking like less than 3 miles per hour, and he was at an incline. He was at a slight incline, and he maybe walked for maybe 15 minutes. So. Yeah. So I'll say no more than once or twice, and for 20 minutes or so. For those people trying to lose weight, or like for me, if I was to do cardio, I'm doing like 45 minutes to an hour on a straight cardio day. On a strength training day, I'm doing about 30 minutes. 20, 30 minutes depending on how fatigued my legs are. Nah. I'm not even half your pace, twice a week, 40 minutes though. Okay. So yeah. So you're just going double. The pace I agree with, but you are going double the time. But whatever works for you. If it's been working for you, I say stick with the 40 minutes. I do think it is good to try to build that endurance, even if you are trying to bulk. You still want to make sure you are doing low impact, getting that endurance. That's what I call this. This is like my endurance day. It's low impact. It's not hard on my knees. I've been walking now for 54 minutes, and I feel good. My knees don't, feel overly used. So right now I should be over 5,000 steps. So I'm almost at 6,000. Hey. I'm rolling, y'all. So right now I'm almost ahead of my goal. Let me see. Yeah. I'm about 6 minutes ahead. What if you are trying to lose weight and tone? How much cardio? Okay, so let me break that question up. Appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you for engaging with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Ellis, can you pin that comment for me? The one I was just reading? Because there are multiple parts to it. Thank you. Okay. So I have a question first. Do you have muscle to tone? And that's something I think I've been meaning to talk to y'all about. And this isn't to you, but because you mentioned it, it just brought it as a topic. When a lot of people mention they want to tone, so you have to have something to tone to begin with, and you may. But I just want people to understand, when you say I want to tone, you have to make sure you have something to tone. Otherwise, you want to build muscle in general. But if you're trying to lose weight, the main focus should be strength training first. That should be your primary focus, is strength training. Strength training, you're able to burn just as much calories, if not, well, I'm not going to say if not, you are burning more calories, especially depending on how much weight you're lifting, your weight, your intensity, how much rest you're taking. Like yesterday was a good burn day for me. I had burned over 200 calories in 30 minutes just from doing arms. And that's because I'm lifting heavier. I wasn't taking long breaks. So I know yesterday's workout, I burned over 500 calories between the two workouts I did for just arms. But if you're trying to lose weight, good morning, good morning. But if you're trying to lose weight, yeah, you gotta do strength training. People are so quick to want to go to cardio, and then after they focus on cardio for months, they're like, how do I get rid of this loose skin? Well, the loose skin came from you doing a whole bunch of cardio. You were doing nothing to tighten that area. You were doing nothing to fill that area. So even though you can't transfer fat into muscle, muscle into fat, those are two separate entities, right? They're made of two different things. You can't like turn one into the other. You can get rid of one and build the other. So when you start losing weight, but you're strength training, so you're building muscle, you're filling out your arms, right? So I'm able to tighten up that area that I'm losing weight in, and I'm starting to see more definition. But remember, we talked about, for those who say they want to get toned, you got to get to a certain body fat percentage, and normally for my ladies, you want to be closer to the 20% area. For me, I probably sit, I haven't really been trying to, I've been trying to maintain right now. So I'm not trying to get as low as I normally am. I'm probably sitting at about 16, 17% body fat. Maybe even 18. So for cardio purposes, I would do strength training first. And then after you get done with your strength training workout, I would do anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour of cardio. But it depends on what you did that day, if it was arms or legs, things like that. But I would definitely make cardio in addition to my strength training regimen. But strength training comes first. Are we good? So strength training, cardio. I'll do strength training Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If I have time after my strength training, I will do some cardio. Maybe the 20-30 minutes if I did strength training. On Tuesday and Thursday, when I'm just focused on cardio, I would do 30 minutes max. Like 30 minutes or more, should I say. All right, y'all, coming up on an hour. So right now my watch is saying I burned 219 calories. And that's taking me an hour to do. So yesterday I burned that in 30 minutes doing arms. I'm at an hour and I'm just now hitting over 200 calories. So this is proof right here that strength training you can burn more calories. Aiming for 100 days. So I missed the first part. What was the correction to? You're aiming for 100 days of what? Can you repeat what you just said about workout schedule? Well, it was to her question in particular. She asked me, I think, excuse me if I'm misgendering, but asked if I want to lose weight and tone. For me, I was saying the biggest thing is strength training. So you want to focus your workouts more so around strength training. And I would do Monday, Wednesday, Friday for strength training. For me, I do arms and upper back on Mondays, leg day on Wednesday, Friday is full body. And at the end of those 3 workouts, I will do maybe 20-30 minutes of strength training, not strength training, cardio afterwards. So that could be walking on the treadmill at an incline. I'm not trying to go, super fast or hard with the cardio. Just get some movement, get that blood flow going. I am on my 52 days of okay. Go ahead now. You're downhill now. You're over the halfway mark. And then on Tuesday and Thursdays, I was saying I would do 30 minutes or more of cardio if I'm trying to lose weight. But I would definitely make sure I'm getting those 3 days a week of strength training in. You're welcome. So I'm at 6,626 steps right now. I just hit an hour. All right, y'all, let me see what's next on my board. We got hormones. I feel like hormones is something y'all always gonna hear from me, and I'm sorry if you get tired of me talking about hormones. But hormones are the most underrated issue that people have, that they don't understand why they're feeling stagnant. And if you're, like I said, if you're doing all the right things, if you're eating right, you're working out, and you're still having problems, and that's if you truly know you're doing those things right. It could be a hormonal issue. For those of you who may not have insurance, or, cause trust me, I get it, medical out here is crazy, or you're just worried about how much it's gonna cost to get it done, there are, you can probably Google, not probably, you can Google, like where you can go get certain tests done that would test some of your hormones, probably at a lower rate. Because a lot of times when you go to these facilities and you use your insurance anyway, they try to skyrocket the prices anyway. What do you think about body weight workout at first? I'm all for it. I kind of started out with doing body weight workouts. I mean, I had my 3-pound dumbbell, so I guess that's not totally body weight. But it was 6 pounds total. So I think it's good just to get yourself moving and to understand form first before you add weight, especially if you're new to the lifestyle. Because it can take a simple wrong movement with weights and you can mess up your back. You can get injured. So I definitely think it's a good idea to start with body weight. The main thing is just getting consistency, right? That's the hardest part for people when it comes to working out, is being consistent. So if you don't have and even if you don't have the resource, not saying you don't, but for anybody who may not have the resources to have weights or have a gym membership, I think body weight is a great way to start. There's so many different exercises you can do. And body weight is effective, right? It's just that once your body starts adapting to you doing body weight, that's when it's going to start asking you for more. It's like, I need some weights now. But I definitely think body weight is a great way to start. Whew. So all right, y'all. I'm gonna hit y'all with the hormones that I always hit y'all with. I'm gonna give y'all the basic one first, which is, y'all always know I talk about cortisol. So people who always hear me are probably like, girl. But cortisol to me is just so important because if you deal with any medical issues, that can be a trigger for you. Why am I heavy breathing? Are you actually walking? My heart rate stays pretty consistent on here, so I don't feel too bad right now with walking. But cortisol, that's your stress hormone. I talk about this every single time. I'm gonna keep talking about it until y'all are tired of hearing about it, because maybe you'll work on it. So for me, if I stress, or anybody who has any type of medical condition, it can cause you to get inflammation. Or if you don't even have a medical condition, it could cause inflammation. So you want to make sure that's a key thing you're working on, okay? Cortisol levels. Matter of fact, let me give y'all the full breakdown. Because sometimes you got to say things differently for people to realize. Have y'all heard of cortisol belly? I built muscle real fast when working out, so losing weight takes longer for me. What can be done? I build muscle really fast when working out, so losing weight takes. That doesn't make sense to me. That means it's your nutrition. Because building muscle takes more for the body to maintain, so you'll be burning more calories if you were building muscle. So that sounds like you're consuming more calories than you're exerting, and that's why you're not able to lose weight. Yeah, I'm normally not out of breath from just walking. This is low impact, so then jump back on and continue. I do this, okay? I do this. So let me talk to y'all about cortisol belly. I'm gonna read it straight to y'all. Cortisol belly is a popular term for abdominal fat linked to chronic stress. So maybe me saying it that way will help some of y'all understand why you want to help with that cortisol. Where high cortisol levels, the stress hormone, increase appetite, cause cravings for unhealthy food, and promotes fat storage, especially belly fat, okay? Increasing health risk. While stress is a factor, diet, sleep, genetics, and other conditions also contribute, blah, blah, blah. So, the main thing I want to stress to y'all is cortisol belly. High cortisol equals stubborn belly fat despite healthy habits, constant cravings for sugar, salt, or fatty foods, good morning brown sugar, difficulty losing weight, sleep problems, fatigue, or mood issues. So, if some of y'all are wondering, there's so many different variables on why we get belly fat. It could be your nutrition, it could be you going through menopause, and now you got cortisol belly. One more thing to add to the list. So, my walking pad is in my TikTok shop. Let me see if I can add it for a little bit. I keep asking about it. So I'm going to add it. Try to keep walking. So I'm just going to pin it for a little bit. And then I'm going to take it down. I'm going to jog for a little bit. So yeah, this is the walking pad I'm using. I've had this now going on like 10 months. I love it. But yeah, what I was talking about was hormones, right? So we're hitting the cortisol. So I need y'all to really, cortisol is the one thing that you can manage on your own, right? So I get it when it comes to menopause, we can't really manage our estrogen levels, but with cortisol, you can manage your stress level, okay? Don't let people get you out of your ways. She's stunning, thank you. But I think seeing that now, that it causes stubborn belly fat, I think that should kind of hit a lot of y'all. And I'm only gonna keep this up for a few more minutes, y'all. So if y'all wanna see what walking pad I'm on, you have to go to my shop, my TikTok shop, because I can't see any of the comments while it's pinned. So I'm gonna give it about 2 more minutes and then I'm gonna unpin it. But for my menopause ladies, of course, I talk to y'all all the time about estrogen and progesterone. Those decrease for you when you go through menopause. And estrogen was one of the things that helped with bone health. It helped your fat distribution, regulate your mood. And so I try to explain that working out is a substitute. It's the best substitute I can give to you for how do I fix that my estrogen and my progesterone levels have decreased. I feel like I'm gaining weight. What can I do? So when those start decreasing, your workout and nutrition has to become primary focus for you, like none other. The working out piece is going to help, of course, that fat distribution. It's going to help regulate your mood because of the serotonin and dopamines and everything that gets released when you work out, okay? Your nutrition is also going to help when it comes to that fat storage. So the older we get, the less active we are, and we got to change that. This is when it's the best time for you to walk. I recommend getting you some small weights. So if you have a mom or a grandparent, father, somebody who's getting older and they don't really feel comfortable using heavy weights, at least get them some 3-pound weights, some 5-pound weights, and so slowly let them build up. You got to get people out their comfort zone a little bit, because not wanting to work out the older you get is only hindering you. So let me go ahead and unpin this. So if y'all want to see that, just look on my TikTok shop. Just wait until the day she walks backwards. You'll be amazed. Did you say backwards? Yeah, sometimes I like to walk backwards on here. Because I got off the walking pad, I'm going to jog in place, or jog on here for a little bit to kind of make up for the time that I stepped off the walking pad. Trying to think if there's anything else hormonal wise I want to hit. Remember, you want to get 150 like moderate minutes of working out if you're going through menopause, and 75 minutes of intense workout throughout the week. That's help with that fat storage. But weight training is key for everybody. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't want to hear the excuse, I'm in my 60s. Pick up this weight. I've trained people up into their 70s before. So, no excuse, baby. All right, let's go into some supplements. Let me tell y'all where I'm at right now with my steps. I just hit 72 minutes. I'm at 78.80. I really don't feel like jogging helps much, but I'm doing it. Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? I kind of get tired of talking about the same thing. Yeah, 72 minutes so far. I'm more than halfway done. So this is the downhill part. This is the easy part. Anybody who's working out with me, how we feeling? How we feeling? Whew. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I don't run often, but when I do, I go to like my happy place. So just to do a quick rundown, I do kind of get tired of talking about supplements, but it's in my TikTok shop. So the shop, what is it called? TikTok shop? Yeah, I've been on here for 72 minutes so far. Well, now it's 74. So vitamin D is good for us to get. Of course, y'all know we can normally get it from the sun. For my melanated folks, for us, it normally is a little harder. I feel like every time I go to the doctor, and I feel like I'm outside a lot, my vitamin D3 is always very low. So they got me on supplements. But just getting outside can help with that. I'm at 284 calories burned. Omega-3. I like to take I told y'all, them fish oils are kind of big though. And the recommended is like 3 times a day with meals. It supports heart health, brain function, and reduces inflammation. Y'all know anything that helps with inflammation, I'm there. So it's good to take for that. Magnesium, y'all mentioned that earlier. The citrate is the one I tend to take the most because it helps with digestion and being just regular. So if you have problems going to the bathroom, I take a multivitamin, pre and probiotic. Those help with the healthy gut bacteria. So one feeds it. And then you got your B12. Helps with your energy levels. And all these things you can get from foods, but a lot of times we don't get enough of those items in order for it to really do something for us. Like the omega-3s you can get from eating salmon, you know, just more of your, I guess I would say seafood type items. It also helps with your joints. The distance so far, I'm at 4.67. That's what I meal prep. Thank you. You're welcome. Well, those are the supplements I recommend just to have as a daily. Like, I mean, people can talk about creatine, and I'm just talking about these are things I feel like the body needs just to regulate itself on a norm. Okay? So vitamin D3, omega-3, magnesium, depending on what you need magnesium from, there's different types of magnesium. Multivitamin, a pre and probiotic, your B12. I don't think there's a certain brand you need to have. To be honest, if you're not used to taking them, I would go like with a cheaper brand just to see if you're even going to be consistent with taking them. And then if you feel like, because I really feel like the majority of them have to get approved anyway by a certain standard. So I don't know if the brand itself matters to me. And as long as you have what I need inside of it. So I got my New Balance shoes on right now. Okay? So I think this brand is better than Nike when it comes to walking. Same with medicine. I don't think certain brands really matter. Who walking with me to 12,000 steps? Who got me? Who got me? Who got me? Once I get to, let me see. When I get to 80 minutes, you are Tina? Okay, 6 miles complete legacy. Let's go. My walking pad says I'm almost at 5 miles. My watch says 3.85. When I get to 80 minutes, I'll kind of talk about dealing with nutrition during the season and not necessarily the holiday itself. So I'll go into more details about nutrition during this season. Trying to run now. Okay, Kay Ellis. I'm just gonna run until I get to 80. And I'm gonna go back to walking. Sometimes my stride on here can be a little longer when I run. So I'm actually not going as fast. I'm trying to swing this arm, y'all. That's what's counting these steps. Y'all already know I'm gonna hit this 12,000 goal though. That's easy work. One of these days I'm gonna try to go for like 20K. I said one of these days, so y'all don't keep asking me when I'm gonna do it, okay? One of these days. The most I've done is 15 so far. Y'all know I did that recently, like a week or two ago. So, let's see how much time I got left until we go into our next topic. Y'all keep tapping that screen, tap, 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 tap. I appreciate it. I think we're almost at 20K. So in 15 more seconds, I'm gonna start walking again, and we're gonna go into our next topic. I'm gonna check my watch first to keep y'all updated where I'm at. Okay, I'm at 80 minutes, y'all. 80 minutes. I gotta wait for my watch to catch up. I'm at 9,138 steps. Let's go. Thank you for the educational chat. Hope to catch you on the next one. Keep it up. And goodbyes. All right. Thank you for engaging with the chat. I appreciate it. I love seeing new faces that talk to me. So I thank you. Have a good day. Happy Tuesday. Whew, yeah. 80 minutes. I feel good. I'm definitely gonna take a nice shower after this. What type of dessert y'all having for Christmas? Don't be scared. Go ahead and tell me. What type of dessert y'all? What are y'all bringing to the table? Are y'all just showing up? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I just hit 5 miles. I'm walking sweet potato pie. So do you make your sweet potato pie, or do I do patty pies? Apple pie. I'm definitely an apple pie and sweet potato pie type of girl. I'm bringing ham and sweet potato. Who said banana pudding? I'm showing up for the banana pudding only. My mom makes them. Okay. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Is that Lisa? I couldn't see it. It went by kind of fast just now. I gotta start walking, y'all. I gave myself an hour 40, hour 45. I gotta hit that goal. I got less than 3,000 steps left to get. I got maybe give or take like 20 minutes to do it. So I gotta get moving and grooving. What I do know is gonna get accomplished. Whew. So the thing I was going to talk about, my next topic was just talking about how to deal with our comfort, our food, because I watched this in bed. During this time, I think I told y'all yesterday that this is a hard season for a lot of people, just because you are with a lot of family and friends, and It is time for people to come together. So if you've lost a loved one, this is the time that it gets kind of hard. Okay, Red Velvet Cake. So I just want you to be intentional about maybe trying to use food as a comfort. Maybe try to find something else that you can kind of focus your attention on. I know it sounds like, girl, nobody want to do all that. I get it. Y'all know I'm very realistic. Good morning, good morning. But, you know, maybe try to do an activity you and that person used to enjoy doing together. Read a book that maybe they enjoy. I mean, there's so many things you can try to do. You know, any type of thing that they enjoy doing. But I just don't want food to be that first go-to. Because at the end of the day, that's not really helping you to any capacity. You may feel like it in the moment. But overall, the longevity of it, using food as comfort. But yeah, I know this time can be hard for people. So I'm not going to say too much on it just because I know everybody copes in their own way. And there is no right or wrong way to handle anything. I mean, there are some wrong ways. I mean, we could do a little... But for the most part, I want you to do what makes you happy. But I just want to encourage you to try to do something maybe more active. That way, it does release those serotonins and dopamines and endorphins to kind of help you feel better. So that's all. I didn't want to say too much on the topic because I don't want to discredit any type of feeling somebody's going through or how they choose to cope with something. I just want to try to give a little bit of help in saying don't overindulge when it comes to food, because before you know it, now you're finding yourself in a hard place. So get out and about. Gotta get his arm swinging, y'all. I'm at 86 minutes. My Jacksonville Jaguars clinched playoffs with San Francisco winning. If I'm correct on that, just want to let y'all know. Ex-basketball player or track star, which one? See? There you go, be fit. I did track in college. I played basketball in middle school and high school. Yeah, I know number 3 point guard. I had to follow Allen Iverson. And I'm a lefty. I feel like I knew it. You look great. Well, thank you. I try to look like the sport I played. That's the goal. Even if I wanted to pursue basketball, I wouldn't be good at it the older I got, like, because I'm too short. Lefty, yeah. Go crazy. And I had a little bit of speed behind me. But basketball wasn't my true love, so I never really honed in on those skills. I was going off of the talent that I had, but no. Morning, new here from FYP. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it, especially for engaging. A lot of times people come in and they'll just look, they won't talk. So I'm just doing health and fitness talk. We talked about recovery today, nutrition during the holidays, and like the best way to do that. Carbs, why do we need them? We hit hormones, supplements, and then just dealing with nutrition over this season in general. Not just the Christmas, but just the season. As it's only a time that it gets hard for people. So we talked about a couple of things. Now I'm just trying to get to my 12,000 steps. I had a heart attack, so interested in fitness. Oh, wow. But you're walking too fast for me. I'm going 3.8 miles per hour. I'm only walking fast because I don't want to be here all day. Trying to get this 12,000 steps. I've been walking right now for 88 minutes. So, yeah, I don't want to be here all day. So, I tend to walk at 3.8 miles per hour. I build up to that pace. And then once I get there, I kind of just hold on. Okay, incline. That is the next purchase that I will probably make later down the road, is getting a tread or walking pad that has an incline. If y'all go to my video, I think I give y'all, it's like 3 different treadmill workouts you can do. If you go to that, I give you the benefits of what walking backwards can do, walking at an incline. So, okay, good. I'm glad you're monitored. Okay, 13 minutes. What's a good step goal for somewhat beginner? I think that depends on, I don't think there is a certain number that I can say this or that. I just pick random numbers. I really just pick random numbers. I said 12,000 steps this week. Next week it may be 13, maybe 14. I go with how I'm feeling. Maybe if you're a beginner, if I throw a number out, I would say 5,000 steps. Maybe try to average that a day. And then maybe build yourself up to more, to where you're challenging yourself. It also depends on what you do for a living. Because I feel like you're already pretty active. Probably get a lot of those steps in already. So I just hit 90 minutes, y'all. I gotta wait for it to catch up. So I'm gonna tap it again. I'm at 10,300 steps, y'all. So my max time I said I could do this in was an hour 45. So we'll see if I can beat that. Right now I got less than 2,000 steps to get. I'm like right at less than 2,000 steps. So if y'all see me start running, just mind your business. I hardly ever run. To do it without stopping just made me realize this is to see who'll get you there. Yes, Kay Ellis. I'm so proud of you. Good job. So those are our non-scale victories, stuff like that. Non-scale victories, I told y'all, taking measurements, how you feel, how your clothes are fitting, your energy level. So that is a non-scale victory that you were able to accomplish, Kay Ellis, by being able to run for that amount of time. So let's go. I'm proud of you for even attempting to try it. And then you stuck with it for 13 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all, I'm almost there. Y'all keep sticking with me. I'm almost there. We're gonna walk it out, walk it out. That's how them race walkers look. Them hips. So I do have, I am rolling out some programs, or I have a new program coming out for those of y'all who've been working out with me for over a year. But I have over a year worth of programs. I'm keep adding on top of that. So I'm gonna roll out a new program in January. But for those of you who are beginners, intermediate, doesn't matter, I got you with programs. You can check out my website, which is in my bio. I'll roll out everything January 3rd, but we start the first Monday of January, so January 5th. So you have workout programs that guide you. It shows you what the exercise should look like. It breaks down the workout. If you do the nutrition bundle, I'm able to see your, I'm able to give you, based off of what you fill out, your questionnaire, this information you plug in general, I'm able to give you what I think you need, your calories, your meal breakdown. And I can also see, do the programs require pics or just measurements? Is what you feel comfortable. It can take anything that you want to give it. So you can do pictures. If you want to do pictures on your own and not put them in the app, you don't have to. I think the picture is just a good way to see how far you've come. So Measurements can also go in there. So both of those things can be put in the app. It's just at your discretion of what you want to do. Yeah, only I see it. I don't have anybody else that's can see inside the back side of my app. So no, I'm the only person who sees it. Gotta get moving, y'all. That arm started getting a little slow. We're right on a time crunch. Hey, Pow Pow. I didn't even see you come in. You snuck in on me. Okay, YouTube fam. Y'all coming in with the likes. I appreciate it. Do you do 12K a day? No, I don't. I do low impact walking days only on Tuesdays. Yeah, this is my one day out the week, so I just try to push myself, give it a little cardio, and then Friday. So I do cardio twice a week. I do it Tuesday and Friday. And then Monday, Friday's my strength and cardio day. But I do strength training on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday, though, which is my ab strength training day. That's smart to switch it up. Yeah, you know, you gotta keep the body balanced. You gotta switch it up. Okay, so I'm gonna jog again. I'm gonna jog about 4 minutes and some change. LJ, you looking beautiful. Thank you. Y'all know a compliment goes very far with me. It's already 3:15 there. So this time actually probably works better than Pow Pow than when I come on at 11:30. You know, the worst thing is when you gotta use the bathroom. I decided to drink water late last night. I don't know why, y'all, but I knew I was dehydrated and that I was gonna get on here today and do all this walking. So I was drinking water late. So I had to get up twice last night to use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom again, but we're gonna finish strong. We're gonna finish strong. You have been a fan? Okay. So I'm almost at 6 miles, y'all. My watch says I'm almost at 5. So I'm about a mile off from each. Same here, and I had to get up. I don't know why I did that to myself yesterday. I'm like, but I don't like having that dehydrated feeling. It's the worst. Y'all, I think I can do it. Let's see. Oh, this is too easy, y'all. I just need 700 more steps. Hey. So I actually timed this out pretty good. I said 1 hour 40, 1 hour 45. So I'm gonna hit it right between the two. I completed my workout too late in the day. What, yesterday you worked out late? So I'm gonna burn a little over 400 calories. Oh, okay. Oh, Tina, did you see where your points updated? So right now, Tina's winning and Be Your Body Goals for her group. She hit that nutrition like almost perfectly. Tina, whatever you did that day, I'm gonna go back and look at every food item. Do that. Do that again, okay? I need to go back and look at everything first. But you hit your marks almost like, I don't think I've seen anybody hit it that close before. Because I do give y'all a little bit of wiggle room. I can change how much wiggle room you get, but you hit it. Definitely apple pie though. Peach cobbler. I've never been a peach cobbler person, y'all. I had to snack to increase it. So y'all, I got about 60 seconds left, and I'm gonna see where I'm at. But I'm definitely gonna beat an hour 45 for sure. I just hit over 400 calories. Total calories I'm at 512. Remember, there's a difference between active calories and total calories. I was trying to read what I was talking about. The shower is calling my name, y'all. I'm almost there, y'all. I'm almost there. I wish I could find a good setup I could have, so when I go running, I could take y'all with me, and y'all just talk to me while I run. I don't go running often, but like days like Christmas or like New Year's, or just when I know I'm gonna probably, yeah, I forgot my walking pad was gonna stop. So I was at a little over 6 miles. I need 226 more steps, y'all. Once my walking pad hits an hour 40, it shuts off. So I'm officially at the 140 mark, or the 141 mark. And now I need 184 steps. So I should get this in less than 143 minutes. I have carrots and celery ready to go. Good for you, Tina. Good for you, girl. I need you to do better with that. So I'm not saying that to be funny. That's really good. Hope you have a good start of the week. Hope you have a good start as well. So far, so good. Y'all really have to take my workouts day by day. Literally. If you ask me what am I doing for leg day tomorrow, I couldn't tell you. That's tomorrow, okay? I don't start thinking about that until later on today. That's tomorrow. Okay, let's see where I am. I need 44 more steps. 44, excuse me. And I will, let's see, I'm gonna check my watch as soon as I get to 143. That's how long I think it's gonna take me. We're almost there. And then I'm gonna slow my walking pad down just so I can get my legs to come off of this speed. Because if I just hop off right now, I'm gonna feel like I'm still walking. Oh, you can't see your watch, it's on your ankle. What you use to get it on your ankle? All right, y'all, I did it. I'm at 12,070. Whoop, whoop. So it probably took me like an hour 42 some change. Stretch band, okay. So now I'm gonna slow it down, y'all. So I told you all I bought a new watch. Thank y'all, I did it. Walk into nowhere. I was just trying to hit these 12,000 steps, walking nowhere fast. What's I about to say? What's my train of thought? I don't know where I was going, y'all. I got distracted by the love y'all was showing me. Oh, good job. Apple Watch. Okay. So yeah, I bought thank y'all for listening. So my Apple Watch probably won't be here. Y'all know this watch gives me a hard time. You've been following me for a good amount of time. There's some days where I get on here and my watch doesn't want to work. I'm thankful that today is a day that it chose to work because this is what I use to count my steps. Yesterday, I didn't even put it on until my second workout. I didn't even have it on for the longer one, which now I'm like, dang it. I wish I would, I could have known how that strength training workout went. But I'm going to start buying new bands. So I am going to get one where I can wear it on around my ankle. I'm going to get like the fancier watch bands. Y'all, I am that person. It don't matter what I got on. This Apple Watch is going to be on. Okay. They say it's more accurate for steps, so I only do it when I'm walking. Yeah, I can see why they say that. But yeah, I definitely need to buy. I'm gonna buy some new bands that I can wear this in any type of outfit I have on. Cause y'all don't care if I'm going to a ball. Okay, this watch is gonna be on. So I got me a new watch coming. I'm so excited. I think this one also does body temperature. It does your sleep, which I'm not sure what the capabilities on this one are. This is an old one, y'all. This is a 4. So this is series 4. Don't do too much, okay? It's done what it needs to do. A job well done, okay? So I'm excited about my watch. If you've ever been somebody who you have so many different things that you want or you need, just slowly, and what I mean by that is there's so many things I was like, I need weights, I need a new Apple Watch. I need some more headbands. I have a whole list, y'all. Shoes. I have worn my 270s, my black ones out so bad. I need new shoes. Slowly build up to getting it all. Tina helped me a lot with getting the weights. And that kind of jumpstart me to saying, okay, let's get all the other stuff you need. So got my weights. I went and purchased the other dumbbell. I got that yesterday. So I got my 20-pound set and my 15-pound dumbbell set. Y'all, I'm a kid in the candy store. I got my Apple Watch coming. I'm about to order me some shoes. I think for strength training, I want to do Noble Workout Essentials. Yeah. My headbands, I think I'm gonna get some customized headbands that represent my business. So I want to put my business logo on my headbands because I wear a headband in every workout, just about. So I'm gonna do that. But yeah, shoes. I will wear a pair of shoes out, baby. I will wear them out. So, but Noble is, I think, my preference as far as strength training shoes. I'm going to verify that once I actually have a pair. I only like them because I do see a lot of people wear them. I like the aesthetics of them. And I do think the flat bottom of them will be good for strength training. But I think I'm always going to be a New Balance girl when it comes to cardio. I'm always buying new shoes. Go ahead, Tina. I would not buy a new shoe. Like it takes a lot for me to buy a new shoe. I see how long I kept this watch. I've had this watch since 2018. So I'm gonna walk for about 8 more minutes. I know that's a weird number. So if y'all have 8 more minutes to walk with me, it's like 7 and some change, to be honest. Give it to me. If not, I get it. Are most of y'all off from work now? Like, are today's the last day for work, and then y'all got Christmas Eve off, and then Christmas? I walk outdoors and they wear out. Yeah. Child, nah. So my YouTube fam, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to you all. I hope you have a good Tuesday. Be safe. Tomorrow is leg day, so y'all meet me here tomorrow, 7:30. Okay. All right, y'all. Be safe and be blessed. This is me getting off with YouTube, y'all. All right, y'all.